Hello, friends. How's it going? Hopefully well. Hello, hello. So, tonight is a limited live stream, but because the last couple of nights I have not been on, or when I was on, it was a collaboration, or it's just been really random this week. I didn't want to not do free reads tonight, so I am doing free reads, which I'll be working on in just a second. But I'm not doing a giveaway tonight. This week has been very hectic for me. There's been a lot going on in my personal life, and between that and then the collaboration last night and not being here on Thursday when I thought I was going to, things are just crazy. So nothing is really normal this week for any of us. So I'm not going to be doing the giveaway. So I hope you guys understand. That probably won't happen again until next week. For now, that's what I'm predicting, but we will do free reads tonight. I'm probably going to close I'm probably going to close the donations in about 30-45 minutes. I really would like to only be here for like an hour and a half max. And I notice that sometimes when I keep the donations open for too long, I can end up here for almost 3 hours. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on that. If you want a reading tonight, just get them in early. Once I feel like I've hit enough of donations that will last about an hour and a half, then I will be closing them out. But that's pretty much it as far as announcements. Everything else is just as normal, same options, same free list, all of that. I am doing okay. I just feel like I have been running around like a crazy person this last week, like just doing things that aren't typically in my routine. We are planning a family beach vacation. There's been a lot of research that's been going into that just because it's a big group and we're trying to figure out what everyone wants to do, where everyone wants to go, where everyone wants to stay. And it's pretty much just been on mine and my sister's shoulders to get this organized, and we've probably spent collectively like 10 hours on this. So it's just taking a lot of time for me, and anyways, enough of that. Okay, so Rashima, will Lamar apologize to me before the end of this year? I am getting a no. 5 of Wands. Rising, did Jay ex-girlfriend already find out that Jay's been coming to my channel on YouTube? I'm getting a no. Knight of Swords. Amy, I realize I never asked, but did Eli see the drawing I did of him? Let's see. Did he see the drawing she did of him? Did she see the drawing? Or did he see the drawing? I am getting yes, Knight of Wands. And I actually saw that in my mind's eye before it came out of the deck. Jojo, is M attracted to me? Jojo. I am getting a yes. It's the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles isn't necessarily like a loving card or like a chemistry card. Usually you see that with cups or wands, but maybe there's maybe there is an objective attraction, like thinking that you're a very attractive, beautiful person, but I don't know if he has a crush. I don't know if it's reached that territory yet. And Anna. Anna, I'm getting a maybe. I don't have a yes, no for you. I don't think that decision has been made yet. Lily. Lily, I'm getting a yes. 9 of Wands. Hold the vision. Don't let the vision go. Daisha. I'm getting a yes. 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. So whatever you've been thinking about or wanting lately, I feel like that's coming through for you. Nat. Didn't see me today on purpose. I'm getting a no. I have the 10 of Swords. Venus, oh my gosh. Hello, welcome back. Does John want a romantic relationship with Venus? Venus. I feel like he's letting go of the past. I have the Six of Cups in reverse. I think he's moving forward. If you are his past, I think he's letting you go. If this is someone new, I feel like he's ready to start something up with you. So you'll have to determine which way this makes sense for you. We also have the High Priestess saying to follow your inner guidance here on this situation. What has your intuition been telling you? Amy says, yo, yeah, planning is the hard part. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. Sophie, hello. I just applied for a job. Will I get hired? I don't think at this place that you applied to, I'm getting a no. Hanged Man and Ten of Swords. Whoa, cool, and thank you. You're welcome, Amy. Anna, you're welcome. Lily, you're welcome. Daisha, you're welcome. CG. I am getting a yes for you, CG. Ace of Cups. Margaret. Hello, good evening. Will I be able to move on a Friday next month? Margaret, I'm sorry. I'm not getting a yes or no for you. I've got a maybe. Six of Swords. I think that if this is more convenient for you, I think that it's going to work out in your favor because the Six of Swords talks about the hard part is over. It should be easier from here on out. But again, I got a maybe, so I don't have a definite either way. Vetus, hopefully you're doing good, girl. It was nice seeing you. Lena. Selena, I'm only doing one yes no question at a time, so I'll just ask your first question. Does Taurus miss Lena? Does Taurus miss Lena? I have a yes, Two of Cups for Lena. You're welcome, Sophie. You're welcome, Rising. You're welcome, CG. Philomena, thank you for the donation. I'm about to post the list here. Nannies. Does my person still want a romantic relationship? You're welcome, Lena. I am getting a yes for you, Nannies. King of Cups. We are getting some donations in right now, so let me update the list. If you see no skip next to your name, it just means that you pre-ordered before the live stream started, so you're immune to anyone paying to skip over you. If you would like to skip, if you don't want to wait, you can do that, but you cannot skip ahead of people who pre-ordered. It's $5 to do so. And if you don't want to run the risk of someone else skipping you and you want to keep your place, you can also donate $5 to do that as well. So it's $5 to skip or hold your place. This is the order of the donations. It's looking like 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50. We are almost at an hour right now as far as wait times. So I will be closing the donation list very soon. Lena, that's such a nice thing for you to say. I love it. Thank you. I get that compliment quite a bit, and I do appreciate it. Nanny says, thank you. You're welcome. Hey, James. Welcome in. Galilea, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Will I be successful financially in this job offer from Wading River to go full time? Liz, I'm going to add you in just a second. You'll be after Philomena. I am getting a yes. Partnership, James. We have the Two of Cups. Alignment, harmony, a good match. All right, this is for Ismail. Thank you so much for subscribing. Will I reconcile with Anna Sands? I am getting a yes for you. Okay? Yes. You're welcome. Let me see. I actually don't speak Spanish, but I can try. I can do a little translating. Um, you're welcome. Let's see. Galilea. I am getting a yes for Galilea. Ace of Pentacles. Sag girl, give me 1 second here. Oh, I didn't mean to delete my comment when I was trying to do a translation. Sorry. But I think that he understood what I was saying, though. Hopefully. Okay. Sag girl. Is Jay going to return to Sag girl? I am getting a yes. 9 of Pentacles. I won't say the full name. But Sag girl, I am getting a yes. All right, here we go with my translations again. All right. Oh, thank you, Galilea. That's so kind of you to say. You're welcome, Sag girl. All right. Hey, Virgo, welcome in. I've got you on the list, but I put it under SB. All right, let me see where we're at here. The free list is closed. We are closed. Virgo, I hope you heard. I put you under SB just because that's what I usually call you. So hopefully that's cool. All right. I'm trying to do the math of how long this is going to take me to do. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50. So, okay, we have about 10 minutes worth of donations that I'll stay open for. So maybe like 1 or 2 more donations, and then I'm going to close the list. We are going to go ahead and start with James. He's first. So James, I've got you. Amaya, hello and welcome in. So you're going to donate to my link tree. If you look at the pinned comment in the chat, there's a pinned comment. It says linktree / Luna Affinity. If you click that link, there's a Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo option. And if you want to know what I'm charging as far as prices, you can look at the description. I have a bunch of different choices there. If you have any questions, just let me know. You're very welcome. Hey, IJ, welcome in. All right. Love to for James. IJ, I have you on the list after Amy. Love option 2 for James. 1. Are you still, how long are you at the beach? How long are you on vacation for, James? Just small talk. I'm just curious. All right, so the overall energy you leave tomorrow, I hope you've been having a good time. The overall energy is the Lovers. So I feel like from Patty's side of things is that you guys are soulmates. Patty is saying we are a good match. We are kindred spirits. We are, there's romance and a sexual, like, what do you call it? Like a sexual attraction. It's like a physical attraction too, even if she's not going there. It's like that is there. There's like feelings of desire, I suppose you could say. Let's see. Now the Lovers just talk about major choices. So she's feeling like she has to be very careful about the choices that she makes in this connection, because I think she has to be very thoughtful about what she does, because this will have a major impact if things are handled incorrectly, or if she just is too impulsive in these decisions. She wants to be very sure in these decisions that she's making, or in these choices that she's making with you. So I feel like she's very cautious. in this connection, because I think that she thinks that if she does something the wrong way, or if she tells you something that she doesn't know for sure is what she's feeling, she just has to be very thoughtful about these things. She has to be very careful about it because she knows how special this relationship is. She has to be sure before she does anything. And I do feel like she feels like you share values. The Lovers talks about maybe your relationship being put through the test right now. So maybe she's thinking, like, if we can make it through this, we can make it through anything kind of mindset. As far as blocks or influences, I have the Justice card. Justice talks about life lessons, talks about binding agreements. Maybe your connection is contractual. Maybe there's like a soul contract here between the two of you. And also, Justice talks about balance or restoring order. And a lot of times when I see Justice, I also think about karma. So there could be a lot of those themes in this life that you guys are having to work through just from other past lives that you've carried into this one. Those could be some blocks and influences. I feel like what she's giving to this connection. Oh, I just saw your comment. I've been loving it, though. It's so nice after this read. I'm going to the boardwalk. Love it. I'm so happy for you. I love the boardwalk, especially at night. Go get a little ice cream or something. So the star here talks about what she's giving to the connection, and so I think that she's still holding on hope that you guys will be able to come back from this. She's trying to keep the faith here. I think also too, thinking back about what Brittany said last night, is that she's trying to keep her peace. The star talks about like tranquility, serenity, just having this like this feeling of peace over you, and so I feel like she's trying to keep her peace. She's trying to, I think, as she said, that she likes to keep her solitude. She likes to have her time alone. Um, and I think that she might just be doing that right now, or trying to keep the peace between you guys. Just trying to make sure that you're okay. We also have, so like that's two different types of peace, like peace between you guys and then peace for herself, peace of mind. Thoughts, feelings, intentions. I am getting with the Four of Swords and the Five of Cups that she has been taking a lot of time to herself while you have been gone. The Four of Swords is like in her own home, maybe with her animals, and just kind of like shutting herself in to not being social. I think she's had a lot to process, and so she's just taking the time for herself. She is still saddened here. You get the Five of Cups fairly often. There's a lot of guilt or grief or heaviness that she's still carrying with her. And I don't know when she's going to stop feeling this way. It's kind of sad because it's like she felt it. I feel like there's like a moment that of like before and after. And I feel like the wedding was kind of like a turning point. And I feel like before she was carrying guilt that she had to get off her chest. And then when she did, then she's now feeling guilty for a whole different reason. So that's kind of crazy, is that she just like is always feeling this guilt when it comes to you. Her intentions are to just try keep carrying the burden. I think she's like, this is on me. This is my thing. These are my feelings. And I think she's going to take extra care to check in on you and make sure you're okay and make sure that you guys are okay and make sure, because I think the worst thing that could happen is that you change your opinion of her. I think that she's very worried about that. Your feelings for her and your opinion of her changing, I think she's nervous. So I think that she's going to be extra she's handle with care is the quote that's coming to mind. She's going to be extra careful with you, and that's her intention. So let's take a look at your second question. All right, what are Patty's feelings towards her ex, Aaron? What are Patty's feelings towards her ex, Aaron? Okay, so I know that I said last night there was a trauma bond that was happening there, and I do feel that here. It's interesting because I am seeing some mirroring happening between you and him to her in different ways. You have karma that you're trying to work out with her from a past life. She has karma with him from this life that she's trying to work out. I have the Justice that came out with the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like there's a trauma bond there. I don't feel like she's trying to rewrite a story, but I am going to look into intentions, and I am going to ask, does she want to get back with him? But from what I can tell so far, she's not necessarily trying to rewrite that story, but I think she's trying to not let him have power over her. And so by, I guess, interacting with him, or I don't know, it's confusing because it does feel like he has power over her still, even though she doesn't want him to. It's like a trauma bond, and she's trying to relinquish herself. So she still has this appeasing him feeling. Like she's still I still want to appease him. I think he's got her a bit stuck. And I don't think she wants to be with him again. But again, I'm going to ask. But I think that she feels like appeased. That's the only word. Let me look for a synonym and see if there's another synonym for what I'm trying to say. She wants to I feel like she doesn't, it's not that she wants to make peace with him either. I feel like she still has some type of connection to him to want, I know the feeling, I know what I'm trying to say, and I'm my words are escaping me. I feel like there is some type of power that he holds over her, and she still feels like she needs to be submissive to him and please him and appease him. And I don't mean in a sexual way. I just mean that when I say these things is that she still is looking to make him feel good. She's still looking to make him feel better. She's looking to make him feel supported. And I think that that is because of what the nature of their relationship was. And I don't think that she's disconnecting herself from that or realizing the capacity to which he has a hold over her. And I think that while she's going through this process of healing, she will see. And I think right now, so when you're seeing she's liking this or she's interacting with him in some way, it's she's telling him, you still have a hold over me because of our trauma bond. And he probably doesn't give two shits, honestly. He probably doesn't care. But it's this and again, this is not a conscious thought to her. I want to be clear. This is not her being aware of this and then doing it anyway. I think she's not aware. I think that there is something in her mind that she's I need to appease him. I need to make sure that he feels supported by me and that he feels good because he always made that her responsibility. And I don't think that she's seeing that theme play out even as they're not in a relationship anymore. Is this making sense to you? And I think also because he did not bring her peace, I think because their relationship was filled with turmoil, he feels like if they are on good terms, then that feels nice to her because they weren't when they were together. And she likes the feeling of being on good terms with him because it helps her feel better about the nature of their relationship. It's kind of like when people get divorced, but they still have to co-parent. Maybe the relationship wasn't good, but they are trying to co-parent and be civil for the sake of the kids. It's like that. It's like she's trying to be civil with him. She's trying to be on good terms with her because that makes her feel better about what happened between them. Okay, now I'm talking in circles. So let's go to her intentions with him. See if she wants to get back with him. I'm not picking up on that. So when I say that it's not a conscious thought, James, when people experience trauma, sometimes they don't understand why they're doing something either. And sometimes they don't realize that they're doing something that's actually hurtful to them. What would be better for her is if she just didn't communicate with him at all, but she's not realizing that. She's not. So I want you to keep in mind that this is subconscious behavior. I don't even think she understands why she's doing what she's doing. And I think that that's why it was so hard for me to explain it to you. Because I could feel the feeling that she was feeling, but I was having a hard time explaining my reasons to you. So I asked for Spirit to help me a little bit because I was like, tell me what I'm trying to say right now. Does she want to get back together with him? I'm getting a no. 3 of Swords, James. 3 of Swords. She does not want this. She does not want to be with him. Does that answer your question in regards to your mini read before I move on to your next question? You said exactly. Keep this guy out of her life. He's a fucking loser anyway. Yeah, like she doesn't want to be with him. 3 of Swords. At least she's aware enough to know the damage that he's done to not want to be with him again, but I don't think she understands the capacity in which she's still being affected from him, even over a distance or whatever, or outside of the relationship. Okay, perfect. So let's take a look at your next question. Her feelings and intentions. Next, after James, I have Rising Storm. Rising Storm, if you're here, feel free to check in. I will go ahead and get started on yours just after this. Her feelings towards James, please. Her feelings towards James. Yeah, James, their dynamic is crazy. Like, the roles that they play in each other's, or played in each other's lives is, like, really wild. And it sucks that she had to go through that. But maybe, you ask me sometimes, you're like, why did he choose her? It's not even her type, yada, yada, yada. I wonder if, I thought they had karma in this life, but like, what if he's carried karma over from the past as well? And she's having to stand up for herself here. It's like a new lesson to be learned in this life because she never learned it in the last. For all we know, the 3 of you guys have past lives together. I don't know. It's just a lot to think about. What are her intentions with James? Hey, Rising. What are her intentions with James, please? Moving forward romantically. What are her intentions? Okay, I am getting that she has desire to be romantic with you in the future. This is definitely a future timeline that she can see for herself. Even though she's saying it's not at this time, it's something that I could see happening, but I don't know if she's fully certain. Okay. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I heard next year. I know somebody who makes all their decisions based on numerology, when they're going to have their kid, when if they're going to vote for a certain president during election year, because I think it's Trump that is, if he becomes president, if he wins during the year of the snake, because I think he's the dog, if I'm not mistaken. Um, that's not going to be good. So he's like, I'm not even going to vote for him because I don't want him to be elected in his enemy sign year. So, or not elected, but become president in his enemy sign year, which I was like, that's kind of crazy to make all your decisions on that. But at the same time, it makes sense because it's with numerology and astrology. It's like everything makes sense. But I'm on like a whole other thing. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. But as far as future romantic relationship with you, I am getting that is a future that she could see. Now, it's not immediate, obviously, but she is saying that I can see that there. Right now, she wants to remain independent from you as far as like not making a commitment. Um, but I see her saying, I still want to invest in this relationship. I still want to communicate with you. So I see her saying, let's still talk. Let's still spend time with each other. Even though I'm not committing to you, doesn't mean I want our relationship to change. Feelings for you. I have the Three of Wands, Judgment, Page of Pentacles, and the Empress. She might continue to apologize to you and try to ask for forgiveness or gain clarity from you. That might be a theme that she continues to do moving forward until she feels like fully reassured by you that everything is okay. Um, I think she actually likes that you are not revolving your life around her. I have the Three of Wands. She likes that you're doing your own thing. That helps with her own feelings of heaviness, and also it makes her happy for you that you're not revolving your life around her, because I think that's where a lot of her guilt was because she thought that you were waiting on her or basing your decisions on her. So she's seeing you still do your own thing, and she said that she's saying that she likes that. Um, I still think she's trying to remain open minded. I have the Page of Pentacles, so she's not saying no to you. It's like, what is that expression? A no is not a no. It's just a not right now. Or something like that. I can't remember what the expression is, some cliche. So it's like she may be saying no right now, but that doesn't mean that she's always going to think that or always going to feel that way. That's why they say, like, never say never, because anything can change in a short amount of time. Even a year, things can be completely different in your life. So she just has to get through this part. But we have the Empress here as well. And that makes me feel like she could see herself um, being your partner, the Empress. I think that she feels like that would be a happy place to be. Um, so, yeah, don't write her off yet, is basically what I'm getting. Does that help, James? Hopefully it does. Oh my God, okay, so is that Amaya? Amaya, did you donate a yes/no question? Yes, that was you. Okay, perfect. I wanted to let you know I charge $5 for that. So if you wanted to send the difference over, and then I'm going to add you into the list here, okay? James, yes, thank you, Luna. I think I just want her to jump in the water already. She'll realize it's pretty nice, I know. But the thing is, James, you have to think like if she I don't know how to explain this. I really, really don't. I don't know how to explain. It's like you know it's going to be good, but it's going to be good for future Patty. Do you know what I mean? It's not good for current Patty. It might be too cold for current Patty. Future Patty might think it's nice because future Patty is ready for that, but current Patty still isn't. Rising Storm. I'm reading your question now. Wow. Okay, Rising, I just read what you asked me. You're welcome. Okay, so rising, I am getting a yes to your first question. This is the reason why she's doing this. Um, we have the chariot, we have the two of cups, and we have the page of cups. So, as you know, this is like I still have feelings for you. I still want this connection. So I have some. I am. Well, I'm hearing hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I am feeling scorned, and I am furious about it. And I'm asking, what is she telling him is the reason? And because I think she's telling him something. So I feel like she's doing it for one reason, and that's because she wants to be with him. But I think that she's telling him something else. So she's using a cover. Do you get what I mean? She's not she's not she's not being forthright or transparent about the real reason that she's doing this. She has an underlying reason, and then she's telling him that, you know, and I'm trying to like not say a lot, you know, because I don't want to give business away. But so, anyways, she has a motive. She has an ulterior motive, but face to face, hey Brooklyn, yes, you can donate. Face to face, she's saying we just aren't agreeing right now. We just are not agreeing. We are not seeing eye to eye. I have the tower here. They might have had a blow up fight, argument, something along those lines. And so she's basically showing something different on the outside. They might have gotten to a fight, they might have had a misunderstanding. I'm also feeling as well that there might have been some type of argument based on parenting styles, because for whatever reason that keeps coming through for me. Amaya, I got your donation. Brooklyn, it looks like I've got you down for yes, no. Is that correct? Ignore the donation list that says James. He's already done. So I feel like she's telling him, we can't see eye to eye. We're not on the same page. You want to do this and I want to do that. And we're not agreeing on parenting styles. You know, it's like she's picking a fight, rising. She's picking a fight because this isn't really what it's about, but she's using that as an excuse. And I think I'm hearing almost like him pleading with her a little bit. Like him being like, come on, don't do this. Like, this isn't right. This isn't fair. You know, it's not just up to you. It's not just your choice. You know, I'm the parent too. Like, you can't just make all the decisions. And she's like, watch me. Like, I feel like it's like he did try to plead with her. But again, she's not telling him the real reason. She's just mad and she's picking fights with him. So I think there might have been a blow up. Brooklyn, in-depth reading is $13, or you can do a BOGO for 17. You can also do a mini read for 8. Brooklyn, I got you down for a mini. Does that answer your question, Rising? Got it. All right, I'm going to do a last call. You said, yeah, it did. Thank you, Luna. It's just so sad. Yeah, it is. That's okay, Brooklyn. No worries. It's what I'm here for, to help answer questions. Amaya, thank you. I went ahead and added you to the list as well. So if you scroll back just a little bit, you'll see the list right there. I did already do James, and his name is still there. We're on Rising Storm right now. If anyone cannot wait, I'm going to try to get through these as quickly as I can, but if anyone cannot wait and wants to leave their question with me, I'm more than happy to have you do that. Okay, second question for Rising. So, Rising, I'm also hearing something else about your other question, and they're saying that she can't just tell him why she's mad because there would be no justification for her actions. The reason why she's doing what she's doing is personal. It's like a personal vendetta, like an ulterior motive. But they're saying that she has to have justification. So she can't be like, um, you won't be with me, so blah, 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 blah. Obviously, that's not justification enough to do what she's doing. So she has to relate it to their child. So that is why she's picking fights and using it as a reason, even though it's not really the reason underneath it all. Yeah. So he is feeling rejected by you, Rising. I have the strength card in reverse, so it's indicating low self-esteem, feeling like you're picking on him. And not picking on him, like bullying him, but basically you're just rejecting him. Like you're singling him out, casting him out of your life, pushing him to the side, that kind of thing. And I feel like it's affecting his confidence. Doesn't feel worthy of you, doesn't feel adequate to being someone that you deserve. He's showing up for you as the Queen of Pentacles, saying she's great, she's helpful, she's I think he's saying something here about you being a mom. She's a great mom from what I can tell. She deserves a lot. She deserves the world. She's wife material. I also have you here as the Queen of Wands. So he feels you're like the heart of the home. You're nurturing, you're maternal, you're wifely, but also you're very attractive outside of that, outside of being a mom as a person. You're very appealing, and it's very clear that there's an attraction here. I don't think that he's holding out for you, but I think that he's still open to the idea if the chance comes up. I asked why he called, and I got the Knight of Wands and the Three of Cups. So he was just being impulsive. Three Cups talks about third party, so maybe he was feeling some type of way about what went down between him and the ex. And I think that in that moment, he just was being impulsive and calling you because it was like a reaction. It was like a reaction to maybe what happened between them. And he was just feeling like an urge to communicate with you or call you or something. I think there's also like these feelings of being a bit lonely too sometimes. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Wow, I have, I said that he feels casted out by you or rejected by you, and I didn't even realize, but at the bottom of the deck, I have the Five of Pentacles. I was definitely feeling Five of Pentacles energy, like I saw it in my mind's eye. That's why I was like casted out, or I can't remember what terms I was using, but I was describing the Five of Pentacles, and it was here all along. Do you have any follow up, or do you need anything clarified here? Yeah, I think he is feeling that way. I mean, sometimes I know that you feel for him. Um, but sometimes you just need to taste of your own medicine, Like you said, totally understand. Thank you so much. You're welcome. It's a pleasure, as always. I should put like a little poll on here of if you guys liked the live stream last night that I did with my cousin. All right, that is the updated list. We are now on SB, aka Virgo. You liked it? Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. She wants to do it again. She said she had so much fun. I thought you could do a poll in the chat. Am I wrong? Oh, there it is. All right, I have SB's question, so I'm going to go ahead and just get started, even if she isn't here. She donated for 2 in-depth readings. Let me know if you guys can see the poll. Oh, yeah, you can. Okay, I see someone responded to it. All right. Reading Virgo's questions now. And we're going to go ahead and, oh, hey, girl. Hello, hello. Let me throw your comment on the screen. I am going to go ahead and close the list, guys. If you are on my list and you would like to add to your reading, I will honor that. But I am going to go ahead and close the list to everyone else. If you do not want to wait, you can skip the list for $5. If you're willing to wait, then just stick around. And if for whatever reason you cannot wait around, but you also don't want to pay to skip, leave your question with me before you walk out of here. Just like, how do I word that? Leave your question with me. Okay, all is closed, all is closed, all is closed. Hey, girl. Hey, hey. Thank you guys for voting on the poll. Oh my gosh, someone said no? I'm a little surprised. All right. SB, what do you want to know? Is it okay if I put your questions in the chat, or do you prefer to keep it private? Virgo, let me know. Okay, you got it. Are we doing, because you said love energy, are we doing a love spread, or do you just want me to do a freestyle? Freestyle. Hey, buddy. Love energy towards SB. Love energy. Love energy. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I'm not liking what I'm seeing, girl. I've got the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. So, you still have plans to see this person? Love energy towards FB. Restriction. So we've got like seduction, we have seduction, lies, heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, sadness, despair, abandonment, struggle, hardship, bad luck. I'm just like, I'm not making this up. Queen of Wands in reverse, Three of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. I'm like, I don't, pain, loss. I also have the Hermit here. which talks about looking for deeper truths. So maybe you have to dig deeper with this person before making any decisions here. Hermit also talks about keeping to yourself, not extending past your personal energy to anyone right now. Solitude. That is the plan. I had to change the date. He said he'll get back to me to see if it will work. Maybe the sadness or heartbreak is because you won't be able to see him or you won't be able to go. I don't know. I also have restriction here. Dilemma or drama. Have you what am I trying to ask? Is because I don't know the nature of your relationship. I don't know if this is like, let's just get to know each other or whatever. But I don't know. I feel like I can't say what I'm thinking. I feel like spirit is holding me back right now about this. But I almost feel like there's interruption in your connection with this person for a reason. That's what I feel like spirit's wanting me to tell you. Is that your energy? Maybe he hasn't opened up to me about something. I know it sounds so dramatic. Well, I asked what his energy was towards you. So when I ask questions, I do try to be as specific as I can. I suppose it's possible that the energy could be mixed, but I try to stay as specific as I can because I don't want that confusion in readings. Yeah, it's like, let's get to know each other, but no arguments yet. It's very slow. I'm almost wondering if you're getting interrupted. Like there's disruption in the connection because of divine intervention. Like it's for a reason. That's what it feels like. So if it starts to feel like this connection is being forced, like if it feels as if your schedules keep getting changed and then when you're available he's not and you're starting to notice like a theme of it making like just being feeling very like not easy, just complicated. This could just be for your own good. That's what I'm saying. um Now of course there's times where it does work out and then you are able to see each other, but that is going to be through your own persistence or perseverance. Um, and that's what we call free will. So I just don't I don't like all this energy coming through. I really don't. They're talking about how this person might make you feel pressured or feel some type of pressure. I also have the Six of Wands and the Lovers here. They came out at the same time after all of these other not so great cards. And when I saw Six of Wands, I thought ego. I thought getting the admiration from you, the access to you. And I do feel like with seduction, with the Queen of Wands in reverse, I do feel like this person's going to have certain. I think expectations is a strong word. And I also think hope is not a strong enough word. So it's somewhere between hope and expectation that you guys are going to hook up. Yeah, because expectation feels too strong and hope doesn't feel strong enough. There's some kind of and it's not like a demand, but it feels somewhere in there in the middle. So Virgo, when you said maybe, okay, there you go. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. I'm telling you right now, earlier when I said I want to say something, but I feel like spirit is holding me back from saying it. Maybe you had to come to that conclusion on your own. I was going to say, I do think that there could be another situation. And I was like, I want to say it. I want to say it. I want to say it because I felt it when I was reading the cards. But I know when spirit's like basically energetically pushing my lips together and saying, don't say anything out loud. And I said, okay. I said, if she brings it up, I'm going to tell her though. So earlier, like a couple minutes ago, I was like, I want to say something, but I feel like spirit's telling me not to. So then I moved on to the next message about divine intervention. That is what I was going to say. I was going to say that I think you're not the only one. And it felt like I wasn't supposed to tell you, like you were supposed to bring it up or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with that as far as like you guys are just getting to know each other. But I think it is going to affect things if it's more serious than he's letting on. When you made the plans to go see him, did he suggest the dates or did you? Yeah, Virgo, yes. Did you suggest the dates and he agreed, or did he say, this would be a good weekend for me for you to come? And then you changed it. My hope is you're going to tell me you chose the dates, that he didn't give you, like, okay, good. Because I was going to say, if he is the one that said this weekend I'm free, that's what I was going to get worried about, because it would make me feel like he's kind of doing some kind of two timing situation. So I'm glad that you offered the dates and he said I'm available. That feels better to me. But if it were the other way around, that would make me even more worried about this. But obviously, it was the better option. So I'm happy to hear that. Sometimes when the men are at a distance from, no, sorry, men are involved. Well, I'm not going to just say men. I hate doing that. Sometimes when people are in relationships, in general, and they're looking to cheat, they're going to choose somebody from like a different location. They're going to choose someone from a distance because they might travel, or it's like basically they're trying to keep those two lives separate. So that's the part that makes me a little bit nervous. So that's why I was saying, if he's coming to you for the dates, a little bit uncomfy there about that. But if you're like, hey, this is when I'm free, and he says that works for me, that makes me feel like his schedule's more open and more available, and therefore maybe it's not as bad as we think. You said you will unlike him. Yeah, I mean, that would be my advice. I don't feel like I've steered you wrong so far, but I also know that you have to make this decision to you. You have to figure out what you're feeling as well. So do you want me to keep the question as far as like his how he views you? Is that what you want me to do next? Are you still curious about that question? I'm laughing at this poll. I'm wondering if the people who are saying no, it's because they didn't get a free question last night. Oh my gosh. You said you just donated for a mini. Can we use the second question as a mini? Yes, absolutely. Okay. Um, okay, second question, mini. How does he view her? How does he view her? So the very first card is Two of Swords. This talks about divided loyalty, being torn between two relationships. So I think we might be onto something. Okay, Virgo, you got it, girl. How does he view her? How does he view her? So maybe he's thinking to himself, that he's like between you and this other person. I think that we could also flip this script as well because we're talking about how does he view you. And this could indicate that maybe he's also unsure if you're talking to other people. And maybe he's curious about that. Do you think that it would be justified of him to think that you're not fully transparent with him about things? Do you feel like he would if him saying she's holding back, I feel like I don't know everything about her, or she feels a bit guarded, um would he be justified in saying something like that? Do you think that's accurate of him to say that of you? Because if so, that's what I'm getting. But if you're like, no, that doesn't make sense, like I'm pretty open with him and very much like, excited and enthusiastic about our communication, then I'm going to say this is how he is, that he's hiding something or he's holding back. You said, yes, we met on a dating site, so I'm sure we think that of one another. So, okay, so there's definitely these feelings of like, we don't fully know, right? Like he's saying, I don't fully know her. I don't know what's going to come of this. I'm still trying to figure this out. He feels you're Miss Independent. That's what he's saying. Miss Independent. She's got it all taken care of. Lots of cards indicating two paths or two decisions, like a fork in the road. I think he's also might be wondering about the cancellation or the rescheduling. Maybe cancellation is not the right word, but rescheduling. You might have given him a reason, but I think he might be wondering like if that's true or if it's a half truth and there's something else going on. Kind of like if he were to cancel on you, you might be wondering like what's that all about? You're both guarded. Let's see. Let's get into a little more about personality as far as how he views you so we can get like some specific adjectives. So, how does he view her? How does he view her? Selfless devotion and dedication. You're dedicated selflessly. Tell me what he views her as. He view her as. He feels like you're very modest. This is the monk nun archetype. So he's saying that you are modest. I'm not going to say prude because I feel like that word is just so ridiculous, but modest. He feels like you are very reserved in certain ways, especially through promiscuity, things like that. Like you might say something very forward and you kind of laugh it off, and you don't really like engage with him in that way. He feels like he sees you as the type of person that seeks. It's interesting because I used the word justified earlier, but he sees you as the type of person that seeks justice as well. So, like, if things aren't going well, you're going to go, oh, I'm taking that as a sign and I'm going to be done with the situation. You give like a certain personality of like, fool me once, shame on you, but I'm not going to be fooled twice kind of personality. That there is like this feeling of you give very like Libra vibes, like right from wrong, fair or unjust. He does say you have a creative energy, but you also have a practical expression. So you are like you said, I'm enthusiastic, like I'm playful, da 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 da. And he is saying that you have this creative like energy, this fun, playful energy, but he's saying you present practical, like you have a practical expression. So you're very much like matter of fact as well. I think that he thinks that there's a part of you that has not been unlocked yet. So he's hoping to see more of that. Like, because, SB, you're not uptight. You're not that kind of person. You like fun, you like adventure, but I think he's trying to pull more of that out of you. Like he's like are you a rebel? Like, do you go against the grain? Do you do things that are kind of unconventional? Like, I want to see more of that about you. Like, I want to see I kind of want to see if I can pull that out of you. I want to I want to see like if we can rebel together sometimes. Like, I don't know, I feel like he can sense that about your personality. And I think that he's hoping to see more of that unfold. I'm also getting that you reject whatever does not serve you personally. So that's kind of going back to that Avenger archetype where I was talking about how fool me once, but you're not going to fool me again. Anything else? How does he view her? How does he view her? So there is this like small note of either you guys have gotten on the topics of like more in-depth things, like talking about not surface level stuff. Like, I think there's it's like either there's a desire to get below the surface, there's a desire to kind of see what's underneath it all, like for you guys to just like be bare and lay it out there on the table, about who you are and what you believe in. I feel like this person doesn't want small talk. And so, and maybe you don't either. So either you guys just haven't gotten there yet and there's like this theme or desire around you guys to skip the small talk and get to the depth of life and conversations philosophically or spiritually, emotionally, personal development, well, whatever. Or this is something that you guys have delved into together and it is a fun pastime. It is something you enjoy about this person. So I'm not sure which way it's swinging, but it's like it's there. So I think if you decide to continue this conversations with this person, or maybe you're like, I want to talk more about life, and I feel like you're hung up on, that's kind of what I'm hearing, like you're like he's hung up on just surface level stuff, and you're like, I want to talk about real things that matter. Where's the substance here? Like that's what I feel. Where's the substance? Like I want more of that is what I'm getting. Let me know if you have any questions about that one in particular before I move on to your next question. Philomena, if you're here, you are next on my list. Okay, so I think you guys are going to have fun. I think you guys are going to have a great time. I am getting hangovers. I'm letting you know right now. Four of Swords indicates to me lots of bed rest. Lots of bed. Like I need water. I need to rejuvenate. The Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords. And let's just put it into perspective. If the Three of Swords is the bachelorette party where you guys are really enjoying yourselves, going balls to the wall, like just having so much fun. They talk about the Three of Swords being the battle, quote unquote, and then the Four of Swords is like the healing after the battle. So it's almost like there are going to be some people who are feeling miserable. If you don't want to be one of those people, then I suggest you take the precautions. One of the things I've noticed too, and this is just like from girl to girl, whenever like back in the day, I don't really drink anymore, but if I were going to feel, thank you, Philomena, if I were going to know that I was going to be drinking and I wanted to feel good afterwards, I knew that if I went to sleep and I kept waking up and waking up and waking up and waking up, that's when I was feeling nauseous. But if I could get a good night's sleep, then I wouldn't. So usually I would take some type of medication. Oh, you're good. That would keep me asleep, like Benadryl. Or some type of nausea medication that has the tendency to make you sleepy. And then that might help a little bit. I also heard at one point that your body is actually allergic to alcohol and that's why you get a hangover. So I was like, so they're like, take Benadryl to help reduce the allergy or the effects of the aftermath. But essentially, that's what I'm getting with the Four of Swords. I see you guys charging in, like y'all are having fun. You're just like down for whatever. I think you're having a good time. This is multiple days, though, right? Isn't this something that's going to be happening over a couple of days? I'm seeing here like getting ready and then just going for it. There might be some pregame. I'm not necessarily picking that up, but I am getting that you guys are just down for whatever. So you guys could potentially have an itinerary, but if something piques your interest and you want to go do that, then you go do that. I'm feeling multiple places, like going from place to place, or I don't think you're staying put. It doesn't feel like you're going to one area. It feels like more than one place. I also see with the world success. This is a very successful. You have an itinerary. I should have known. I feel like, is it multiple places? I have with the World Tier Success. So basically you guys achieve everything that you set out to do. Um, let me see. I feel like at the end of it all, at the end of the trip, it's like that was amazing. That was memorable. We achieved what we set out to do. It was a successful thing. And, I think your sister's having a good time. Are you maid of honor? We have Five of Swords. I feel you're protecting her. I feel like you're looking out for her. You just care about her having a good time. And, you want to enjoy yourself too, but you're here defending her. You're here protecting her. So there could be like making sure that there's a designated driver, making sure that she's, eating and even though she's probably going to be like drinking a lot and stuff like that, just making sure that she's taken care of. Like I feel like she's the one person, like you're her person, like you're her checkpoint. You're the one that's making sure that she's going to have a good time. I see you pacing yourself actually then for the night. So like for every 3 drinks she does, you do one or something. Oh, that's sweet. That's so cool. So you've got a wedding and a baby on the way. That's so fun for you. That's such a fun time. I always wondered what it would be like to have multiple sisters. I only have the one, but my brother, he's an honorary sister. We have a group chat with our maiden names, Perez, so it's called Perez Sisters. Um, he's an honorary sister. He just likes the same things we do most of the time. And we were like 3 kids from the first marriage. And also him being gay kind of like helps the sister factor, but I don't have like another sister. So I just wonder what that would be like to to feel like there was like multiple of us. Yep, not a huge drinker anymore. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like she's drinking a lot more than you because I see you pacing yourself, Knight of Pentacles. Oh, that's cute. Love it. Yeah. It's great. I definitely see the drinks of flowing. I don't know if there's any other thing that you guys plan on doing as far as like recreation, but the Ace of Cups is here and the drinketh overfloweth, or whatever the expression is. Um, I see you making the judgment calls. Did you make the itinerary? You said you are going to multiple places. You have a few reservations. Perfect. So maybe it's the energy of like your sister and the other girls are like go with the flow, and maybe you're more like let's make sure that we're hitting all the places that we need to hit. We also have pregnancy here. Not that that's going to happen on this trip. Obviously, it's a girls' trip. Um, but it could, but Ace of Cups also talks about like fertility, fertile ground. And I don't always associate that with a literal baby or a literal pregnancy. I sometimes just view that as like vitality, full of life. It's a weekend that's full of life. You are living life to the fullest. Um, it talks about celebrations of love and socializing and things like that. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Um, and it could be that the sister that's pregnant is checking in on you guys to see how things are going, or maybe keeping tabs on things if people are posting on social media. I also get fiance is going to be checking in as well. Um, so her fiance, I'm hearing, is also going to be checking in on her this weekend, maybe messaging you potentially. You're one of the 3 who organized it. Let me see. You guys close to your dad? I'm getting like father figure, but it's the emperor, so it could be husband or fiance. Um, So I feel like this person's checking in and is around during this trip. But that's what I've got for you, Virgo. I hope you have a really good time. That is next weekend, right? A week from now? Or, yeah, a week from now? Oh, she just had a baby. Okay. That's so cool. Wait, so you're like an aunt. You're going to be aunt to back to back. That's amazing. Lucky her that she had the baby before her bachelorette party. Oh, so maybe she's worried about her little baby while she's gone. Maybe that's a factor. Maybe that's like something she's thinking about. Beyonce, that would be cool if Beyonce was checking in on you. Oh my God. You're welcome. That's awesome. You said it's your sister, right? Am I not? I'm pretty sure you said it was your sister. I want to make sure I wasn't like overlooking that. Exactly 2 weeks from today. So Saturday. Okay, so June 29th. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. You're welcome, Virgo. I'm sure I'll see you before then. But if for whatever reason I don't, I hope you have a great time. Your older sister, she's 42. Perfect. I hope you guys have a lot of fun. I'm also feeling very encouraged to hear that she just had a baby at 42 because while I feel my biological clock is ticking, I'm trying not to put too much pressure on myself. And I'm 35. So that gives me hope and faith and good feelings that I have more years. I have more years to do this. Yeah, have a good weekend. I will see you around. So this is for Philomena. Hey, Amy, thank you for checking in. What will work be like this week? This is for Philomena. What will work be like this week? Saturday through Thursday specifically. What will work be like this week? Oh, it's your first day back tonight. Okay, so today through Thursday, please. What will work be like? I think you're going to have a good week, my friend. I have Wheel of Fortune. I have the Lovers. I have the Eight of Wands. Things feel very clear, open, no blocks. We also have the Ace of Wands, the King of Pentacles. Also, Philomena, thank you for the little bit extra that you sent to help with the fees. I appreciate you doing that. How is this week going to go for her? You could have some trouble with the people that are around you. Like there could be some fights or arguments or things that you have to break up. Because I have the Devil and the Seven of Swords, and I also see with the Eight of Wands, there could be like a lot of daggers being thrown, figuratively, but there could be like someone attacking someone else as well. It's funny because if I recall the nature, you said that's everyday work week. I was going to say that's funny because if I recall the nature of what it is that you do, I'm seeing the Devil and it's literally like handcuffs. So I guess reprimanding. But I don't feel like the work week is too difficult for you. Oh my God. Is it possible for a breach? Because I have Seven of Swords making a break for it, and I'm like, is someone gonna try to like escape this week? But it's also at the end of your reading, so it could just mean that you're just so excited for your work week to be over that the second that you can clock out, you're like out of there. Um, let me see. Do you have a baton? I see like a hand holding a wand. I'm like, is she gonna have to use some reinforcement here? Possible for what? Oh, did I say possible for something? Hold, I'm do a pepper spray. You might have to use it. Hold on one second. I'm trying to figure out what you might have missed. Oh, okay, so I was saying, is it possible for a breach? Because I felt like I see someone trying to like escape. Because I have the Seven of Swords, and this typically talks about running away. Like the escape of a prisoner. That's all I'm saying. I have that pulled up here. Seven of Swords, but I just was bringing it up because that's what it felt like to me. But the Seven of Swords, it is at the end of your reading, is what I was saying. It's the last card that I pulled. So realistically, I feel like this is more so your energy that at the end of the week, like I think the beginning of the week starts off fine and everything's like good, maybe some smooth sailing, but I think maybe things get a little bit more stressful towards the end of the week. So with the Seven of Swords at the end of your reading, I was saying that maybe it's just your energy where you're just like ready to get out of there. You're ready to leave. So like the second that it's time for you to clock out, you're like, get me the hell out. Like I'm ready to go home. It's been a long week. I feel overall you feel empowered. Um, you don't feel lacking in confidence in what it is that you're doing and what it is you're here to do. I feel like this career might empower you as well. I know that there are some things that you don't necessarily like about the job. You have the certain aspects that you don't technically like enjoy. But I think that what it is that you're doing itself does make you feel like you have a purpose, does make you feel empowered. Um, Having these like certifications or whatever you want to call it does make you feel good about yourself. How will the work week be this week? How will the work week be this week? Yeah, you said it's just making you stable. Mm-hmm. and teaching you how to have patience. How is the work week gonna go? Please give me one more card. How is the work week gonna go for her? Sorry, Smiley. I'll be back tomorrow, girl. Today was just crazy. I have crown chakra and third eye chakra as well. I feel well, first of all, I'm seeing here men with a coin. So I feel like this is you and you're like getting that money. But third eye, crown chakra, so like Spirit's basically saying don't be in your head this week. Don't get distracted and really follow your intuition. If something's telling you like go check on this or double check and make sure this is locked or make sure that you input this information correctly or whatever, double check. Like if your gut is telling you to do something, because again, I don't know what your day-to-day operations are, but essentially Spirit's saying just make sure you're really listening to yourself this week. Make sure that you're really doing the things that you feel called to do intuitively, that you listen to your intuition. But overall, I think it's a good week. I think that the beginning half is probably better than the second half. And I think that at the end of the week, you are just ready to rest your feet. You're ready to get, sit down and put your feet up and really relax. I don't think this is a good week to take on any extra shifts. If that's offered to you, that's what I'm hearing. Don't take on extra work this week. Not that you would, or not that you have that opportunity, but if that resonates with you, don't do it, is what I'm saying. You said it's payday. Love that. That's awesome. Philomena, let me know if you need any clarification on any of that, please. You're good. Perfect. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. And thank you again for the contributions to my channel as well. All right, next up we have Amy. I know Amy is around. Wait, did that not post? Excuse me. Why are my comments not posting? What the heck? Are you guys seeing that on your end? Does it look blank or are you seeing what I'm posting? Yeah, Amy, we can do paper messages. I'm at my not a desk, but I'm at my coffee table tonight. Okay, it did post. That's weird. Yeah, the donations list. I had to refresh my screen. Next up, we have IJ Eves after Amy. IJ, I have you down for a BOGO. So whenever you're ready, you can either get your questions prepped and post on your turn, or if you want to post them a little early, you can do that too. After IJ, we have Amaya, and then after Amaya, we have Brooklyn, and then we are done for the night. Okay. I'm going to try to get off at 2.5 hours. We will see. We will see. That's perfect, IJ. That's fine with me. I just wanted to make sure you were here. Paper messages from Eli. What do you want to tell her? You were talking to him a little bit today out loud. No clue if he heard you. So you know that he loved being on the road, right? I think that you know that. He liked being out. I'm hearing like planes, trains, or automobiles. Like he liked that kind of what am I trying to say? That maybe it felt like an escape to him potentially. I'm hearing him say to you, you can find me on your drives. So if you drive a car, or if you're like on a trip, or you're on a train, he's saying you can find me there. Specifically the places that take you far. So I have the word distance. So if you're somewhere at a, like going somewhere for a distance, like a road trip or something along those lines. Like I said, planes, trains, or automobiles. You said his cars. I feel like his energy is very low right now. I don't really know how that works on the other side. I don't want to make assumptions. I know that in certain cultures like yours, you guys do offerings. Maybe he needs some of that. Because we have low spirited and slow pace. So I feel like he doesn't have as much energy. He doesn't have anything to really harness him here. And that may be why you're not feeling him so much around. So I have the word saw, like SAW, and that makes me, oh my God, that's so crazy. I was going to say I had the word saw, and that makes me feel like the word aware, like I saw this or I'm aware of this. And I literally had the word aware right next to it and didn't even realize. So I do feel he was here for your conversation. I strongly believe that if you're calling on people, if you're calling on a past loved one or you're calling on spirit, time is different for them. Like they're able to be a little bit more omnipresent. I wouldn't say omnipresent like God. But I would say I feel like they can be more available than like a human being would be able to be. So I do feel like when you call on that person, either they're there or they get the voicemail later. Like that's the impression that I'm given, is that either they're there with you every single time you call on them, and if they're not, then they get the message somehow. So he's saying you can find me on the drive. I'm also hearing you can find me in your sleep. So I'm still getting that message here about him being there with you when you're not conscious of it. So just take comfort in knowing that when you go to sleep, that's when he's around. So I have when anticipate priority council. I can only go off of impressions of what I like sometimes, because sometimes the words don't necessarily make sense. So when I see them, I go with the first thing that I think of as far as like what he's trying to say. And I feel like he's asking you um, to seek therapy. He's asking you to go to a professional because he's saying, when are you going to make counseling a priority, is what it feels like. And he's saying your feelings of, um, well, I'm not going to assume whatever it is that you're feeling. He's saying, when are you going to think to go to someone to talk this through? You haven't offered him food. Let's see. What do you want to tell her? I'm getting hungry, guys. Maybe he's getting hungry. Maybe you need to put some food out for him. I'm gonna tell her. Okay. So you are, I think that he is disappointed that you are learning things about him after the fact. Because he has the words external accountable, and then he has expose despair. And so my initial impressions are that he was not able to take accountability for the things that you had to find out after he passed away. Yeah, exactly. Like he's saying, get your ass to therapy is what I'm getting. Um, so yeah, so I think that there are things that you're having to learn through other people. And he's sad that you had to find out those things after the fact. Funny enough, I was talking to him about that today and how I had to find out all these things. Yeah, he's saying like I wasn't able ever to hold myself accountable to those things, and unfortunately, you found these out. He says conversation right. So I think he was saying when you were talking to him today, you were right in your feelings. And I also feel like he's saying that the things you're finding out through conversation are true. They are true. So, like, if you're talking to some of his friends and you find things out about him, or they tell you some things or confide in you, he's saying they are telling you the truth. But then he's also saying what you said today, you're right in those feelings and feeling that way. Does the word water apply to you for any reason? I'm getting that most of the conversations that you have with him are in your head. Sometimes it's under your breath because I hear the word whisper. Whisper frustrated is what he's saying. So it's like, and that's your last message. He says that like you say things under your breath when you're upset with him sometimes, or like you communicate with him when you feel feelings of frustration or feelings of confusion. But I heard that most of the things you think in your mind, you don't say them out loud all of the time, unless maybe you're feeling really strongly about it. You whisper to him. Yeah, I get whisper. I know that I tell you to drink more water, and actually, I didn't even think about that. So you might be right. I was thinking like bodies of water, actually. But you are a body of water that needs water. So there you go. You said, and even though I have as much answers as I can get, it's still hurtful. I whispered to him not too long ago that I'm angry and upset with him. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that is what I have for you, Amy. Thank you for your donation. Thank you. I appreciate it. We won't be going on vacation until September, but we've narrowed it down to 2 places, and hopefully by early next week, like Monday, Tuesday, we'll know exactly where we're going and be able to put a deposit down on it. I'm excited. I haven't been on a vacation in so long. It's been like 2 years. We didn't go on a honeymoon, guys. We weren't there, like basically everything that people gave us for our wedding to put towards a honeymoon, we had to like basically reimburse ourselves for the wedding. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. So hopefully we can do that one day. Hopefully, we'll see. But this is my first vacation in a couple of years. I'm really excited. Okay, and ooh, what the options for vacation? We want to do Outer Banks. IJ, I'm shuffling for you now. We're doing the Outer Banks. It's like our favorite place to go. We are thinking Salvo or Corolla. We typically stay in the Corolla area, but there's some really nice places further south. So, and they both are pretty much equal in terms of what they offer. So we made like kind of like a pros and cons list for each house, and then everyone's taking a vote. So we should know in a couple of days what we're doing. Oh, thank you guys. I'm excited too. But it's a couple months away, so I won't be taking any time off anytime soon. All right. Bye, Amy. Have a good night. I feel NF pulling on my energy. Wait, I feel NF pulling on my energy off and on. And it was especially noticeable this week. What is she trying to express when she does that? Okay, so you're steady, IJ. We have you as the emperor. You are the emperor to her. Can we just sit that in that fact for a second? Because that is such a good place to be as a man to a woman. For her to feel this like stable, calm, leading, fearless, disciplined, wise, logical person to her, that's pretty big. And she's here as the hanged man, and she's saying, because the hanged man kind of makes you feel stuck. It makes you feel like you're making a lot of sacrifices, but not really feeling like you're getting a payoff. You feel overwhelmed. You feel it all in your head, because when I think of the hangman, they're hanging upside down, and all of that blood draining to your head. So she could have like a lot of stuff like that's overwhelming her and getting into her head. She could be experiencing a lot of headaches or a lot of inner conflict there as well. Thinking a lot, being in her head. And then it also feels like too, when it comes to you, is that sometimes she flips back and forth about her perspective about you as well. Because if you're looking at things upside down and not right side up, you have a different, it's looking differently to you. And so I think when you're feeling the on and off energies, when she's thinking of you with a different perspective, and then maybe reality hits, and then she's got to go back to the real world, and she gets busy and gets distracted. And so I think the times that you're feeling her is when she is putting more energy on you, when she, and when I say energy, I'm saying thought power. Like when she's thinking about you and you're feeling that, that is the times that she's focusing on you and you're on her mind. I think she goes back and forth with wanting to keep you and letting you go. She goes back and forth about that. What is she trying to express when she does this? I'm also seeing with the Hanged Man is that no matter which way you stand, you're leaning. And I feel like she feels like you're the type of person that she can lean on. So if you look at a picture of a hanged man, you'll see that they're hanging upside down, but they're still leaning against the whatever this, like, it's like a give me the word, spirit. It's like a post. They're leaning against a post. And because this came out with the Emperor, it makes me feel like she's like leaning on you in those moments. She's trying to find peace through you. I think that I think it brings her comfort to think about you. Yeah. You got the lion coming through and you're reading again. That might be like a symbolism of your connection with her. We have, because, you know, that's like the strength card, a strong bond. Would you consider yourself a empathic person, IJ? Would you consider yourself someone who can feel the emotions of others, can pick up on subtleties and energy shifts that other people can't or don't typically notice? Do you feel like you're meant to be a healer in this world? Because I have that here, and I feel like she feels that about you. Safe space. She does think that. We have the Three of Pentacles. I think the most she's saying she can give you right now is companionship, as far as like friendship, or because acquaintance is not strong enough of a word for me when it comes to your connection, but like a person that you can confide in, check in with, communicate with every once in a while. That's kind of how she's viewing you right now. Not that she doesn't think about the future past that. And like, it's not that she's not attracted to you or desiring you romantically. She's just showing me what she's giving to you at this time. And that's more of like companionship, platonic companionship. I feel like you're a very big energy, but you're quiet. You're like a statue. You're like powerful and you make an impression, but you're not loud. And that's how she's viewing you. But to overall just kind of explain like, you know, what it is that's happening during these times is when she's focusing on you, when she's putting a lot of thought, energy, and power into, or not power, but thought energy into your connection, then you're feeling it. And then she pulls back because, like I said, she teeters back and forth between keeping you and letting you go. And not letting you go because she doesn't want to be with you, but letting you go because that's what's fair. Or maybe it's harder for her sometimes because she can't act on this. And then I think that when you're not noticing her as much, I think that's just when life is taking over for her. I do like to help and be an instrument of change to help people find their answers. That's fair. I can understand that. Perfect. Thank you guys for voting. I appreciate it. That really helps give us some perspective there. After IJ, we have Amaya. Amaya, if you're here, you can check in with me. I'll be doing your yes/no question shortly. Okay, and that leads me to my second BOGO. I know she goes back and forth in her head now because of her own concerns about what she feels she can give right now, but ultimately, what would she want with you? Okay. Like in a perfect world, if she wasn't facing what she was facing now, what would she want with you? Okay. All right. If no obstacles or blocks were in the way of their connection, what does she want with IJ? What is her perfect world? What would she want with him if obstacles and blocks were an issue? What would she want with him? What would she want with him? No perfect world. What would she want with him? So I'm hearing full transparency. She would tell you everything that she's been holding back and holding in. She would want to express her truth. What is this truth that she would tell him? What is this truth that she would tell him? Oh, she'd want to take action. That's her truth. She wants to take action, is what I'm getting. She's saying she'd want to mend her heart with you. She'd want a physical relationship with you. I'm hearing power couple. What would she want? What's her truth? What is this transparency here? Yin yang, perfect match. So I would feel partnership, maybe even commitment. She'd want to get out of her head. She doesn't want to think as much. I have the thinking man in reverse. She's saying, I'm tired of like having it all here. And she's like pointing to her head. She's saying, I want it out here. And she's pointing to her mouth. She's saying, like, I just want to get it out in the open. I'm tired of like holding it back. There's a lot of imagery here about like having things balanced where you feel that you're receiving from her what you're giving to her. She'd want a great life with you. I have cornucopia, which typically to me makes me feel like you have abundance. You have everything at your fingertips. So she's saying, I want like a life fulfilled with you. She's saying, I would want to see my desires manifested. So like the cornucopia horn, it talks about, it's almost like a genie in a bottle, you know? So she's saying I'd be making a lot of wishes. If she could be honest in the perfect world, no blocks, no obstacles, what would she want with him? What would she want with him? I'm getting that she wants to be a rich couple. Like, was it you that I did a reading with last night that I was talking about? Oh no, I think it was Eliana. I see a lot of similarities between you and Eliana too sometimes. That's definitely like a soul tie I think you guys have together. But I'm getting like NF wants, because I remember earlier I heard power couple. Like I feel like she's saying, I don't want to be in the negative. She's like, I want the riches too. Like I feel like she wants to be a person of means, and she doesn't want to ever struggle. So I feel like in her perfect world, a perfect life with you would be a very comfortable lifestyle. Oh, does it really? What is her truth? I see a life with animals. Yeah, her Ace of Pentacles in reverse. She's saying, I don't want a lack of money. I want to have financial control. But I'm seeing animals. So I feel like that's big for her to like have like a fur baby with the person that she's in a relationship with. So I think that would be important to her. I'm also seeing like, not only does she want you guys to be a power couple in the sense that you benefit yourself, but I also feel like she's saying I want to give back too, which I think shows that she has a really kind heart. That she's like, I don't want to just have money for us. Like, I want to give back. Like, I want to help other people. So she has a mission on her heart of helping others. I don't know if that's people, she wants to give back to people in her life, or if she wants to start a charity, or if she wants to like adopt a kid, or if she wants to foster, maybe because we have animals here, maybe like be a animal foster, or even like, I don't know, but there's something in her heart that she's like, it's not just about being rich. It's not about just having a lot of money. It's about what I can do with it. She wants to bless other people. IJ, let me know if you need any clarification on anything we talked about. I do feel like we will be a wealthy couple and do great things with that abundance. She wants at least one dog. Oh my God, hold on. That's so crazy. I'm going to show you. Okay, so this dog in this picture is a husky, but I'm going to show you on the screen really quickly this picture. Share screen. Cancel. Your computer. It's never easy to just do this really fast, so it's kind of annoying, but can I share this? Oops. Oh, well, let me share this. Okay, I'll just pull it up. I always forget how I have to do this. I'm like, it probably would have just been easier just to email it to you. But it's funny because you said she wants one dog. Sorry, it's a little blurred, but that's the picture that's on the screen right now. That is what I had when I said animal. So it was funny that you said one dog. So kind of looks like a husky or a wolf, but same type, right? Same type of animal. He said she wants at least one dog and space to have her godchildren to run around in. Aw. We actually talked about giving back when we talked sometime earlier this year. Yeah. That was definitely a divine message because I thought I was done with your reading and then that kind of like flew in there at the last minute. You can see her with a dog like that. That's cute. Does she feel like she will let me in on what she feels like is blocking her? Will she let him in? She has a block. Will she let him in at any point? I'm getting a no at this time, IJ. Doesn't mean it can't change, but I don't see her there being ready or making that decision to let you in right now. That's okay, thank you. You're welcome, IJ. Thanks for stopping by. All right, I'm gonna message Amaya really quickly. Hopefully she can come back in. She did leave her question with me, but I want to give her the opportunity to jump in. I'll be her silent support anyways until she's ready. That's awesome. Yeah, IJ, I support that. I think that's a great thing that you're doing. Sometimes people can put pressure on other people and make them feel like they have to do something or be ready before they're ready. And that's a tough place to be because not only is it not constructive, it might actually push your timeline back because they're feeling under pressure. So it might prolong things. It might prolong the distance. So that's really like the best place to be is the silent support until she's ready to step forward. All right, we're going to give Amaya just like another minute or so. If Amaya, if you're joining us after the fact and you're watching the recording, I want to let you know we're about to get started on your reading, and I will timestamp it in the comments. Hopefully you'll have seen that already. But I just wanted to give you the opportunity to join us. So I did send a message on PayPal in case you wanted to come back in. But I do understand that it's getting late. I'm on the East Coast and it's after 12. So okay, so she came in earlier in the evening and asked if they would be able to hang out tonight. So let me see what I'm getting for you, Amaya. I also wanted to let you know what's really funny is that your the person you're asking about is the initials of my husband. So that his first name starts with a B and his last name is Jones. So it just made me laugh to see that. Okay, so same initials for this person, and I thought that was kind of funny. Will they be able to hang out tonight? Please show me a yes or a no. Will they be able to hang out tonight? Will they be able to hang out tonight? I am getting a yes. I have the 3 of Cups. I'm actually wondering if this person is there now or you're seeing this person right now and that's why you're not here. I have the Chariot, so I feel like this is like a determination and a perseverance to see you. It might be last minute, but I am getting a yes for this. I have the Wheel of Fortune showing luck is on your side. If this is not a one-on-one interaction, I'm letting you know this is being acknowledged. There might be someone else around, like a family member, a friend, a roommate. You could potentially be seeing this person out in the public, so there's other people around. So if that resonates for you, then take that as an acknowledgement here. It doesn't necessarily mean that's the case, but I saw it and figured I would say it. Let me see. Anything else about this connection? Anything else about this connection? Just to finish out the reading, we have the moon, and the moon talks about intuition. It talks about listening to your gut, listening to your inner self. And also I can take this literally that you're going to connect with this person at night. And it is the evening time, at least where I'm at. So I feel like overall it's a yes. I don't know if you're going to be able to spend as much time with this person as you were hoping. Again, remember I was getting like kind of a feeling of delay, but I do have the Wheel of Fortune here, which indicates luck is on your side. So I do think this person's going to at least stop by or at least see you. I don't know if if you guys are going to stay the night together or anything like that. I don't have that information. And this, you donated for a yes, no question. And I know that I have it advertised as a basic yes, no elaboration. But because it was a longish wait for you to get your answer, I just felt like giving you a little bit more information just as a courtesy. So come back, let me know how this resonated for you. If you have any questions for me too, you can put them in a comment and I can let you know. Or if you need clarification, I should say, on anything that I said, let me know and I can try to address that for you. But I hope you have a really great rest of your night. Thank you for stopping by and being a part of the channel. Next up, I have Brooklyn. Brooklyn, if you're here, please check in with me. Brooklyn is my last reading of the night. Brooklyn. Okay, so Brooklyn did not leave her question with me. It's been 2.5 hours. Okay, perfect. I wanted to wrap up around 2.5 once I saw how long the list was getting, so that works for me. Hey girl, welcome in. So I'll have you down for a mini. And whenever you're ready to post your question, just let me know. What will happen within the connection between Logan and Brooklyn in October or November this year? All right, so time frame October, November, what will happen within the connection between Logan and Brooklyn? October, November this year. I'm hearing clarity. I'm hearing closure. Happiness. Okay. So there could be a turning point for you in October, November with him where you feel like you have a better sense of direction of where this is going. I also have the word answers. So you're getting some answers in October and November. What is happening between them? Are you guys at a distance? I have the card travel here. So I was just curious. Yeah, I'm having finding or seeking an answer and getting those answers. There's a lot of information here about you having a better understanding where you stand. You are traveling. Is that what you said? You're traveling? Will you be seeing this person in October or November? I know you said you're at a distance, but will you be traveling to see this person? I saw that you said question mark. I just wanted to make sure that did you hear or did you not hear something that I said? You're at a distance. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe I'm hearing travel because you're going to be like going to see one another. You're in no contact right now. He's been distant lately. Not sure why. Okay. There could be some talk about travel in October and November. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's traveling to see each other or traveling together to do something. It could just be traveling is something that you end up doing around this time of year. But I'm trying to think of like all the different interpretations. I have forgiveness. Let me see if I can get some more specific. So now that we know what the themes are, what will happen with the connection in October, November? Is there a specific reason you're asking that time frame? What will happen? Got a lot of cards like freedom, options. Will there be commitment? Will there be commitment? I feel like you're moving on from this person in October and November. I feel like you're getting clarity that you need. I got the word closure. I got answers. I feel like you have a better idea where you stand with this person around that time. Maybe a trip of travel could be just like your way of starting anew. Maybe like just getting out of Dodge for a little while and trying to have a new start, a new adventure. Yeah, I think you're going to get answers around that time. but I don't think it's commitment. I don't think it's like, I don't think it's necessarily answers that are going to bring you closer together. I feel like it's more answers like that help you know where you stand with him so that you can make a better decision for yourself. Oh, nice. I'm so happy to hear that. Well, I know it's far away, but happy early birthday. I asked if you guys would be in commitment, and I'm getting a no. Can you tell me any more about the connection between Logan and Brooklyn in October? Yeah, I'm sorry, girl. So they're saying that you feel kind of in this limbo place right now. You feel like you're not sure, or maybe you feel confused, because the Two of Swords kind of talks about, like, should I stay? Should I go? Do I keep putting energy towards this, or do I walk away? But because you don't know what this other person is thinking, you feel like a little bit of a pull to give it some more time. And in October and November, I have the King of Swords. So you have the truth. You have the truth here. So you're able to make the decisions that you need to make. I saw the Queen of Swords, and now I'm seeing the King of Swords. So I feel like you're making decisions from a logical or practical standpoint in November and October. And you're not making an emotional decision. You're making a practical decision in October and November. We are not doing free questions anymore, Pooja. I'm actually about to sign off here. So I think what ends up happening for you, Brooklyn, is you get answers. You get more information and clarity on where it is that you stand with this person, and that allows you a better judgment of what you need to do and how this is going to go moving forward. Yeah, you're welcome, Brooklyn. Pooja, I'm sorry there. All of my lists are closed for the night. I just finished my last donation. I'm about to sign off. Brooklyn, have a great rest of your evening. I hope to see you again soon. So thank you guys for voting on the poll. That is where I'm going to leave it for the night. Let me go ahead and end this poll really quickly too. I hope you guys have a lovely evening, and you should see me tomorrow evening sometime. Have a good night, everyone.